The thing about burnout is that there's this conception that it needs to be fixed so that you can go back to what you were doing before that was working. Well, no. The thing about burnout is that it's your body's way of signaling to you, what you're doing right now isn't working for me anymore. I don't want to be doing this. And the answer is not to fix the burnout so you can go back. It's to take a look and see what you need to change in your life now so that you can move through and forward. Through the burnout and forward towards the next phase of your life. And usually we're talking about career. So I work with people who have a business, a job, or a mix of two. And I don't see a difference between being an employee or being a business owner when you're an embodied person who does what they love and finds self-actualization through their career. So here's a little story about my burnout and what you can learn from it so that it doesn't take you 3 years like it took me. So as I was going through burnout 4 years ago, I thought I needed to fix it so that I can fix my capacity to do everything I was doing before. At the time, I was going to business school online on Zoom because of COVID, with a 7-hour difference between my school and the country that I was living in. I was also still trying to manage and grow my business, which has then been feeling really stale at that time. I was teaching dancing. I love teaching dancing, but I was ready for more and I didn't know it. I couldn't admit it. I didn't know what that could look like. So I was doing the same thing in my business as I was trying to learn new things at school and also dating the love of my life. We had just started dating and now he's my life partner. So I was trying to do 3 very big things at once and realize I don't have the capacity for that. And what not having the capacity looks like is feeling really bad about yourself. I was crying every day for 3 weeks, not understanding what I was going through until I heard the word burnout and I was like, oh, this is what I'm experiencing. At first, I tried to fix it by using more strategies to be effective, managing tasks, trying to get efficient, but it wasn't about productivity or efficiency. These are the byproducts. It was about emotions and seeing what was working in my life and what wasn't. The reason my business wasn't scaling is because I didn't want to scale that business. I wanted a new business. I didn't need to go back to the same life I had. I needed a new life. It took me 2 years of taking a pause completely from my business and another year of trying to do the same thing until I found somatics and learned how to harness the power that I knew I had in dancing and focus it on my career, my job, my business, or as I like to call it, my work world. So today, 4 years later, my fire is burning bright. I'm doing what I love. I have a job I'm obsessed with where I get to harness all of the weird skills I have as an entrepreneur and utilize them in a new way as I'm learning so much about how larger businesses than myself work. And I'm evolving my business in a way that feels so aligned and so grounded. I get to help people who are going through the same thing that I went through and help them do this on a much faster pace. You don't need to be stuck where you are for years before you make that transition. What you need is a little bit of courage to admit what you're feeling and the willingness to take the jump. The willingness to go into the body, feel the difficult emotions so that you can get through them and into the next phase of your life. You have so much power in you. You have so much fire. Look how much fire, it's burning you out. You can take that fire and redirect it to where you want to go next. And you get to do this at Body at Home, our monthly or yearly container where you get to harness the power you have in your body that you already know you have to make changes in your career, to evolve, to grow, to expand. So if you see yourself as making more money this year than you've ever made before through being unapologetically you, this is the place for you. You can find out all the information in the link. I can't wait to welcome you to our community.